right?
Okay.
The Equigy crowd balancing platform enables easy access to electricity flexibility markets for aggregators across Europe. This means opportunities for aggregators and flexible asset owners for whom connecting to TSO's systems is a challenge.
Where the rules of the game and the technical requirements are fully designed for large fossil power plants, it's way harder to integrate in these systems, conventional systems, with a renewable portfolio containing batteries, solar assets, wind assets.
Equigy is a non-profit initiative of 6 European TSOs, or transmission system operators. They established this joint platform to simplify access to TSO flexibility markets, so aggregators can more easily participate in flexibility markets at lower costs, and standardize access to help aggregators expand their business across markets and countries. This helps them to maximize revenues. This way, TSOs encourage more participation of these renewable flexibility sources in their markets. The European electricity grid is transforming with the rise of renewable energy, increasing complexity and stressing existing infrastructure. Flexibility is needed to deal with these challenges. Aggregators can capitalize on this transformation by offering flexibility services to TSOs, such as adjusting production or consumption on demand, helping manage grid congestion and stabilize frequency.
My name is Femke. I work at Van der Bron as a product developer, and within this function I enable green assets to participate in flexibility solutions.
I'm Arthur, working at NEO Netherlands as Senior Business Development Manager for Power.
My name is Emmanuel Venne and I'm Portfolio Manager at FlexCity.
At Van der Bron we aim to have 100% green energy 100% of the time, as soon as possible. And we do this via our platform where we connect our producers and consumers, and we try to match supply and demand via our flexibility.
Our cars can be charged like any other EV, but we also have an additional service in which one can swap its battery totally. The station itself is a 2 MWh battery, and that we can use, and we like to use, for providing flexibility to the grid.
So FlexCity is a flexibility aggregator operating in the Netherlands, in Belgium, in France, in Spain and in Italy. And we are helping our customer to optimize their flexible power and increase their revenue stream while helping the grid.
Equigy's crowd balancing platform, or CBP, makes it easier, faster and cheaper for aggregators to connect to TSO systems and participate to electricity balancing markets.
A big problem with flexibility is that you have to report a lot on measurements and allocation, and the crowd balancing platform actually has a very high level of automation, and therefore it's way easier to connect to it and being able to actually participate in new markets.
So the main challenges was all the setting up of the data connection and the exchange of all the messages to be put in place. The Equigy team was very reactive and helped us to address all this challenge very quickly.
We're now moving towards a green, decentralized energy sector, which also has its own challenges. Having more smaller assets, more decentralized, but because of the CBP, we can now aggregate those assets and we're now able to actually bid them in and have smooth bidding and therefore participate in balancing markets.
NEO likes to utilize its assets in the most efficient way, most effective way. And thanks to the aggregator Van der Bron, we could provide our assets into their pool, which they are providing to the grid via the Equigy platform. So the biggest challenge was actually to align our resources and also our assets with the ones of the aggregator to make sure that our assets can be utilized in the best possible way. Our power swap stations are actually combined with windmills. So in that set of requirements, we need to make sure that they are acting right on the signals given and that we are also providing the flexibility in the right time at the right moment.
Equigy's One Common Front Door not only aims at easy market access, it also aims to do that in a standardized way, so that aggregators have a single and easy access to multiple markets on a European scale, as well as to multiple balancing products inside one market.
In order to achieve our mission of 100% green energy 100% of the time, it's essential to participate in as much balancing products as possible.
We are already present in Germany, Sweden, Norway, and to a lesser extent also in Denmark. In those countries, we are actually already providing flexibility to the market as well, also in different products, for instance, FCRD in Denmark and Sweden. We definitely want to expand in those countries, and we like to do so in the most efficient way possible. Wherever we can work together with companies which are present locally there as well, that has our preference. So in that sense, I think a combination with Equigy is very logical.
Currently in the Netherlands, we are already offering AFR and MFR, but also we are starting with congestion services. We are also active in Belgium, in France, in Italy and Spain for various products. And we would like, of course, to expand our business for different products in the different countries in Europe.
The increased participation of these renewable flexibility sources does not only help the TSOs to manage their grids, it also contributes to EU decarbonisation targets. This is because more participation of these assets reduces the need to get the flexibility from ramping up fossil-fueled power plants to balance the grid.
Balancing is key for decarbonising the energy sector, and the CBP helps energy companies in the most effective and efficient way to participate in these markets and therefore help balancing the grid by, for example, smooth bidding, but also reporting measurements. Without the CBP, it would be impossible for energy companies to also participate with renewables in these markets and therefore grow towards a mission of 100% green energy.
A car company as NIO definitely contributes to the EU target for decarbonisation in 2050 already by offering fully electrical cars. The beauty of the network of power swap stations is that all the batteries are located in one area, and in that we already have full control on when we utilize the batteries in an optimal way. We try to optimize our energy mix by providing the flexibility when the wind is blowing the hardest or the sun is shining the most. Then we are offering our service to the grid so that our batteries can be charged with fully green energy, which we forward to our users.
Yeah, this platform will reduce definitely the entry barrier of the different BSP in the markets and increase the liquidity in those markets. And by doing so, we'll be able to use effectively the flexibility that is already existing in the grid, but also integrate new renewable energy sources and helping the energy transition.
With Equigy, aggregators can seamlessly enter new markets with new products. The platform reduces complexity, improves the utilization of aggregators' assets, and helps them to maximize their revenues, which leads to more participation of these distributed assets in the TSO markets. This results in an increased availability of flexible capacity for TSOs, fair compensation for the aggregators' flexibility, lower prices for end users, and facilitates grid decarbonisation. In short, a win-win situation for aggregators, flexible asset owners, TSOs, and end users.
I think the time we're living in is really cool, where we came from expanding renewables in the market. We're now at a time where we actually have to make them as effective as possible.
Besides having a very profitable business case by offering your flexibility to the market, I also am a firm believer that you are providing a solution to society as a whole.
This brings a lot of challenges, brings a lot of complexity, but it also makes it really interesting and gives a lot of opportunity to asset owners as well. They can find better ways to monetize their assets, and for us it's really cool to set up these systems and work towards a fully green sector.
If you want to connect to or like to know more about the crowd balancing platform and take part in Europe's energy transition, please contact us.